The scientific name for the alligator American is alligator.
Mississippiensis.
The natural habitat of alligators are ponds, lakes, canals, rivers, swamps, bayous, and coastal marshes along the southeastern United States. Large male alligators are solitary territorial animals. The largest male and females will defend prime territory. Smaller alligators can be found in large numbers and close proximity to each other. Because smaller alligators have a higher tolerance of other alligators within a smaller size class. During breeding season, the female builds a nest of vegetation, sticks, and leaves and mud in a sheltered spot in or near the water. The mating season is mid-April through May. The ear flaps are the two rectangular flaps of tissue just below the edge of the cranial platform. There is an eardrum on either side, but the auditory canal that covers it is continuous from one side of the head to the other. This appears to be yet another adaptation to assist in pinpoint orientation of potential prey. The high degrees of development of the middle and inner ears indicates the effectiveness of crocodilian hearing over a wide range of frequencies, 100 to 6,000 hertz. Indeed, the crocodilian ear is considered the most specialized within the class of reptilia. Bellowing is a common sound in the alligator world and is prevalent in both Chinese and American alligators. These husky, guttural, and very intense sounds are often used as a means of expressing a specific locale. If an alligator wants another to find him, he may just opt to bellow. Alligators roar by blowing air out of the lungs. The sound is so ferocious.
Vociferous.
Thank you, Patricio. Vociferous that it can be detected from
From distances as remote as 165 yards, according to the University of Michigan's Animal Diversity Web.
When alligators are in the midst of trying to attract mates for breeding, they sometimes produce purring sounds that are reminiscent of coughs, like The sounds communicate quite clearly the intention to reproduce and are referred to as chumps. Male alligators give off infrasonic vibrating sounds while on the water, all in attempts to draw in female attention. These sounds with infrasound are lower than 20 hertz. Notes that Savannah River Ecology Laboratory. Female alligators, on the other hand, often press their bodies against the males to indicate availability. The alligator's eyeballs are protected by a transparent eyelid that moves sideways across the eye when the animal submerges or attacks prey. Above and below the eye are conventional eyelids which cover the eye completely. The eyeballs themselves can be drawn into the eye sockets, presumably to avoid injury during attacks on prey or when fighting other alligators. The eyes of crocodilians are focused for aerial distance viewing, and it is unlikely that their vision underwater is good. As in many other nocturnal animals, the pupils close to a vertical slit in bright light and open to a full circle in the dark. At the back of the eyeball, behind the retina, is a thin layer of guanine crystals, retinal tapetum. Light passing through the retina is reflected back through it by these crystals. This image intensifying device, in combination with at least two different types of receptors in the retina, allow crocodilians to better in low light situations. Alligators have color vision, and it is likely that all crocodilians have it. The retinas are covered with a high density of rod-like cells. We also have similar cells in our retina, and they help to detect low levels of light. We know that cone cells are excellent at detecting different wavelengths of light, in other words, different colors. That means that crocodilians can see in color, and experiments have shown that they can tell the difference between primary colors quite easily. Alligators range from charcoal gray to black with cream to yellow banding. In older individuals, this banding may no longer be visible. Alligators have this coloring to help with their camouflage. They become camouflaged so they can blend in their environment and become unseen to attack the prey. There's really no disadvantages to this camouflage other than when the alligator himself goes outside of the coloration area and can be seen quite clearly. There's also no real different color differences between males and females. They're all one equality loving alligator species.